What I'm concerned about is that Democrats basically reach for economic and cultural populism in a way that is going to be uninteresting and unpersuasive to voters, as opposed to carving out in this party system that we're in our own view of things, which is that, yeah, we are a party that stands for the rule of law and that stands for a nation of immigrants and that stands for climate action and gun violence prevention. But you're going to trust us on these noble abstractions because we're also going to be able to build trust through performance at the state and local level, in particular in these years that we're in the wilderness. And that means bigger ideas than we have right now. But the core democratic economic message is that taxes plus housing plus healthcare is less than half your wallet. That is our economic telos. And that requires treating cost disease where it afflicts sectors across the U.S. economy, most notably housing and healthcare.
What is cost disease?
Cost disease, I think, is the most important economic concept that policymakers are unaware of. In sectors like housing and healthcare, they are afflicted by Baumol's cost disease, which says that because they are very labor intensive and low productivity, they are going to inflate faster than GDP. So haircuts are a good example of this. Haircuts are non-automatable, service intensive, and yet the wage for a hairstylist has to be competitive with the wage for somebody in a sector that has higher productivity gains. And so you're going to see more and more share of wallet going towards these sectors. Imagine if you were going to build your car, and instead of buying a car at a dealership, you stood in your driveway and you called up a general contractor and you had them subcontract out the various parts of the car, and people came to your driveway and they built the car piece by piece. Imagine how much that car would cost. A lot more than the typical car, right? Well, that's how we build houses, and it doesn't actually have to be that way. And in fact, it is tied to the abundance agenda